Williamson bidding you welcome to the final quarter of the first semi-final at the MCG between St Kilda and South Melbourne. They go into the final quarter with South Melbourne 22 points down, but Walsh of South kicks it down to the Richmond end. Oh, could it be a mark? He's paying it. And South Melbourne are kicking to the scoring end, the Richmond end, in this the final quarter. You mentioned McAuliffe then, Alan Butch-Gale. McAuliffe is on for South Melbourne, and Bennett, the tall ruckman, apparently is off. Only changes we can pick up at the moment. Mr. Football, Ted Whitten, can you see any other changes?
No, just McAuliffe's on this stage, Mike.
This is Keith Baskin. Baskin now, he would be no more than 45 yards out directly in front. He comes up, he takes his kick, it's on its way, but looks like well fine. And 1 point results. 21 points the difference in favour of St Kilda. A stirring match. Can South Melbourne come back? Their first appearance in the finals for 25 years.
Well, Michael, they've got the scoring in, but there's St Kilda still holding that handy lead of 21 points, a little steadier than South. But South, in my opinion, have played the better football on the day. Oh, Murray plumbed the kick in. It's over here towards the boundary line. Tap back over towards McLeish. McLeish to Murphy. Murphy scrambles the ball up towards the forward pocket, over the line for a throw-in.
Little Hoffman, number 26 there, has kicked 4 goals. It was an unexpected choice in the South Melbourne lineup for this first semi-final. But boy, has he done well. The throw-in takes place there. The ball picked up by Skilton. Skilton, the left foot snap. Oh, can't get it around far enough. And 1 point results.
You reckon that was a point?
That was out of bounds, I would say, by about 6 feet.
We won't argue with the umpire. The crowd certainly is down there, apparently.
Well, it's a pro-South Melbourne crowd here today. 14-8 to 10-12. 20 points the difference.
South Melbourne sensing they've got a chance to go on. The players are right on their toes. There's the kick in from Murray, up to the centre-half back position, but it's a safe mark to Minot for St Kilda. Minot, the big ruckman, played a fair game in the ruck today, done a lot of heavy work. There's his kick, looking for Breen. Breen playing from behind Hayden, but play on calls the umpire. A kick by McAuliffe down to the half-forward line. Neil goes up, punches the ball down. Lilly comes out with the ball, number 16 to screen. Taps it over to Rossi Smith. Rossi Smith after the ball like a jackrabbit. He picks it up, handballs back to Colling. Colling over to St Kilda in the agency of Manzi. Masenko
gets it across here to Lilly now. Lilly takes a kick up towards the half-forward flank on the outer side, but marked there by Haynen. Boy, this is fast, furious football. Tony Haynen of South Melbourne down to the half-forward flank for South. Skilton comes in there. Masenko gets it across to Cowboy Neal of St Kilda. Neal into the centre of the MCG. There's a strong mark taken by Travis Pays. Pays up forward now. They fly high. No mark, however. He's paying it to Lambert.
I thought he had enough of it, Michael. Carried it down towards the ground too, and I felt he held it long enough. Lambert's kick out towards the half-back flank. Chance here for McIntosh, badly interfered with, no free. Manzi snapped up by Walsh. Walsh's hand pass to Bedford. He fumbles, hand passes to Murphy. Murphy goes across the half-forward line. He's getting into trouble. McIntosh tackling him. He loses the ball. McIntosh hand passes.
To Ward. Ward now gets it to the wing position on the member stand side. Cutting across there is Travis Pays again. Pays now in forward. Up they go. Lawrence tried to mark that ball, but through comes Haynen. He tries a hand pass. Barry Lawrence, a former Tasmanian, after it. Hand pass to Smith, the captain of St Kilda. Smith kicks in towards the big ones. Here's a goal. Marked on the fence by Lambert of South Melbourne.
Good, solid mark.
Oh, played a great little game in defence, Lambert.
Comment from Ted Whitten, who'll be with Channel 7 right throughout the final series. There they go. It's on the half-forward flank for St Kilda on the member stand side. Manzi in there trying to pick the ball up. She goes over the boundary line and there will be a throw-in. We have a mobile camera right on the ground down there, at ground level. And when you see those shots, you'll be seeing them the same way as the players out in the field are actually seeing what goes on. Only Channel 7 has this, and it's South Melbourne going forward. Skilton, there's the shot I was telling you about. Only Channel 7 has it. Over to Masenko of St Kilda. Masenko now to the wing position on that outer side. In comes Trott. Oh, Trott has fell into his arms. Trott now in towards centre half forward. Out they come, and Lawrence is marked.
They're looking good, St Kilda.
Well, they're looking for Lawrence a lot better now, and as I mentioned earlier, Mike, their forward line was very congested. It's opened up, and it looks a much better setup.
Lawrence now a long way out. He'd be 80 yards out. I'll tell you what, he's kicked at 75, right into the teeth of goals. Big Carl Ditwich is in there. They're scrambling for it. And the result is he picked the free out of this. No, he's going to bounce it. Only 5 yards out from the St Kilda goal. There they go. The ball is knocked away. Here's a chance now for McAuliffe. He kicks hurriedly. Minot of St Kilda now. Minot steadies. He kicks at the big bunch. He's put it through, I think. Yes.
Notice how he's steady. That's his third goal that Minot has kicked.
5.5 minutes into the final quarter.
When he did gain possession there, Butch, he could have easily have had a hurried kick, but he settled down, balanced, and had a direct shot, a lot of deliberation, which looked good. Experience.
It's a 26-point lead now.
It's a handy one at this stage.
In they go. Minot punches the ball out towards Smith. Trot, I beg your pardon. Trot's long, kick up towards Lawrence. Lawrence goes up for it. The ball punched away. Down onto Patura. Patura over towards the flank. Tapped away. Picked up by Lambert. Lambert's kick goes out towards centre wing. Manzi overran it. McLeish in there. Walsh also had the ball kicked out of his hands over towards centre half forward. Now it's Breen with it. He's fumbling. Gets the kick in now. It's out towards the flank and a mark. This is Kilda.
The Pays.
Travis Pays has been a fine player.
Notice, Butch, that there has not been one free kick paid for kicking in Danes today.
No, that's true. On at least 3 occasions it could have been paid.
Pays, oh, he's a good 55 yards out on an angle, as you can see. Puts it on its way. It's swinging across the face of goal. Big Ditwich. Carl Ditwich in front. Took it and looked as if he expected to take it too.
Had it all the way.
Big Carl said, this has got my name on it. It's mine.
A bit hard to get around, isn't he? Ditwich now, only feet out, comes up, put it through. St Kilda second in this quarter, and we have been playing 7 minutes into the final quarter.
It's a very big start now.
When a side gets a run on like this, there's the score 16-8 to 10-12. When a side gets a run on like this, Butch, in a semi-final, the whole side lifts themselves to the occasion. When they can scent victory, they go right on with the job.
Don't sell South Melbourne out.
I haven't. I said, see if they can do it.
Sleeth bounces the ball back in the centre of the MCG. Up goes Minot there, taken by Pays. Saints going forward now. Here's a go for them. The ball is driven onto the half-forward flank. Lawrence comes out to get it. He was about to pass it back to Manzi, but let it go. The ball now, it's a long hand pass here towards Moran. Moran right across the face of goals. And Ditwich on his own has marked again.
He's on an angle, but could easily kick this one. Concentrating. Ross Smith's talking to him as he comes up.
With the
Took his eyes off the
concentration.
ball.
Up there.
Another goal to the Saints.
8 minutes into the final quarter.
Well, there it is again, Mike. The last 3 forward thrusts have all been by St Kilda players, all lifting themselves to the occasion. South need a score desperately now, Butch, desperately.
St Kilda have kicked 3 goals in 2.5 minutes. Ditwich has now got 3 for the match. 2 within a minute. Back in the centre. Umpire Sleeth bounces the ball. Up they go. Nobody able to break clear, but it's pushed up onto St Kilda's forward line. Taken by Gleeson. Over he goes. In comes Ross Smith of St Kilda. Up forward he goes towards Lawrence. Lawrence cleverly knocks it away. Breen of St Kilda comes in there. Here's Rantel of South Melbourne. He gains possession. He looks further afield. Kicks to the wing position on the member stand side. Oh, through comes Ward of St Kilda. Runs into trouble. Taken by Walsh. Walsh of South Melbourne there. He's also in trouble. Quick hand pass. And it's intercepted by Manzi. Manzi back to the half-forward flank on the member stand side. Over the line it goes, and there'll be a throw-in.
Desperate football here in this last quarter. St Kilda proving just that little bit too big for them at this stage. There's that shot we spoke about before, down towards Murphy. He has the ball pushed away from him. A chance again for Murphy. Look at the effort he's putting in. Trying desperately to get it clear. The ball kicked by Lambert or smothered off his boot. Over to Pays. Pays is at centre half forward, putting the ball out towards Barry Lawrence. Racing across that half forward line. Tackled by Rantel. He's in trouble, but pops it high back towards Travis Pays. An awkward bounce, but he trapped it nicely. Travers Pace kicks in towards full forward, and it looked ropey. The mark that did Vince Lambert. Oh, player there held. Ray, Stephen Ray, and he's got a kick now 20 yards out dead in front.
Whether that was, whether Barry Lawrence meant to kick that ball back to Paisley, I don't know. But it was quick thinking if he did, Butch.
Yes, he had nowhere else to go, really. I felt it looked deliberate to me. Stephen Ray now. 2 goals on the board. St Kilda 17-8 to 10-12. He's concentrating. It's a nervous moment for him. Up he comes. Drop punt. It's offline for 1 point. Still giving South Melbourne that breather that's needed. A long way to go yet in this last quarter.
There's a ground level shot of Norm Smith. You can see him just pointing out to Ewan McLaughlin, the former South Melbourne champion, what he wants done. Really, of course, being the runner for Norm Smith. The kick out now, coming out along the member stand flank. They fly high, Moran in the middle. It's taken by McLeish of South. He's paid the mark. He gets it to Lambert of South Melbourne, the back pocket player. Down forward it goes, and Bedford will be paid that mark. Peter Bedford, the 1970 Brownlow medalist. The crowd going mad here at the MCG. The kick down to the half-forward flank for South Melbourne. Sudoltz comes in there. He's paying it to Sudoltz, who hasn't kicked a goal up to date.
Oh, South's forward line very ragged at the moment.
Sudoltz now down towards the pocket. The players set themselves. It's taken here by Cook. Cook to Skilton. Skilton's unloaded. The ball trundles forward.
Wait a minute,
hit the behind post, and there will be a throw-in. A throw-in in the forward pocket for South Melbourne on the member stand side. The Swans kicking down to the Richmond end, and this is the final quarter. Throw-in. Sudoltz goes there with Minot. McIntosh comes from behind, taken by Hoffman, but he loses possession, regains possession, hooks it over his shoulder. Out of bounds on the full, in the forward pocket on the outer side.
What
now.
A pity.
Bob Murray to take the kick. Comment from Butch Gale.
Well, Michael, there was nobody talking to that kid. He had plenty of time to straighten up then, and actually went on with it too quickly. Now the ball to be kicked in by Bob Murray. South, I think, can feel this game slipping away as the time's getting on. It's 13 minutes played, or close enough.
12 and a half.
Oh! Oh, there are players complaining about that.
Bit lucky to get away with that one.
Can't afford to take this time. They've got to get the ball moving, South.
Murphy, a long kick down into the goal square. Sudoltz! Sudoltz, he's got to be paid it, and will be paid it. Boy, there was some opposition, but Sudoltz has taken the mark, only 8 yards out.
What I reckon, Michael, both these sides are getting very tired.
Sudoltz now kicks. Put it through. Can South come back? Can they? That's a big question. 13 minutes into the final quarter.
Well, what they have to do now, there's the score, 17-9 to 11-12. What South have to do now is to attack again and to get another quick goal to put some life back into the game and to give themselves a chance of building up their confidence again, Mike.
33 points down.
It's a big leeway.
It is a big leeway, but by gee, if they get that ball moving, they could do it, but they look a little tired to me.
They want it immediately, Butch. Big way goes for the knock, but knocked by Minot down to Murphy, but he's held. He's held Murphy, and umpire Slater's playing held the ball. Minot with the ball in the centre of the ground, goes for the big kick, moves it on quickly. Coming out from the St Kilda forward line is Barry Breen, playing at centre half forward. Breen, 50 yards out of goal. Number 17. Breen back in the side after an injury. Favouring the torpedo kick. It's a get the distance, but it's offline and through for 1 point.
Ted Whitten, I might say this, the most significant difference between these two sides is that St Kilda have the talent and they can swing fellows almost anywhere. McIntosh, Breen, those fellas, they can move them around.
And they have been doing this, Mike, too, and getting away with it.
Kick by Rantel out to the half-forward flank on that outer side. For St Kilda's half-forward flank, that is. Haynen comes through. Couldn't go anywhere with it, holding the ball. Not too happy. Ross Smith, the captain of the Saints, to take the kick.
Steadying things down too.
Very popular fellow. There's a lead from Barry Lawrence. The kick goes on its way downfield. Jacobs overruns it. Taken by Dittrich. Over to McIntosh. McIntosh steadies and pops it right through the centre.
That was good play by the big fella then.
Yes, he took a little bit of heavy punishment too. But it was heady football.
15 minutes into the final quarter, and Dittrich has certainly played a very intelligent game today, Butch.
Yeah, very, very cool, calm game too, and he's not the fittest boy. As you can see, he hasn't done a lot of work on the ball, but the 3 goals that he's kicked, and including that one that he just given to McIntosh, has been a very valuable contribution.
A better player for St Kilda, the way he's playing too.
Yes,
good team
very
effort.
much so.
Back in the centre, there's the bounce of the ball. They fly high for it once again. Manzi tries to take it, he's scragged. Out comes Bryce of South Melbourne with the ball. Oh, he runs into an awful lot of trouble. He's getting a free kick. Bryce of South takes his kick now out towards the flank on that outer side. Baskin's racing for it there with Colling. Baskin has the set, but Colling comes out with the ball. Bounces once, steadies, puts his left boot into it. Up towards the half-forward flank on that outer side. And the mark has been taken there by Stephen Ray. Stephen Ray of St Kilda now. Goes in towards centre half-forward. Lawrence is there. 2 bites of the cherry, but he'll get the free.
He's paid the push, Mike. That's right.
I ain't quite entitled to play that. It was pretty obvious. There's Big Dittrich in the square.
Nice handy bloke to have hovering around in the 10-yard square, Butch.
I'd like to see a St Kilda player short here. That wind is still choppy there.
Lawrence coming up now. There's a good 70 yards out. He takes his kick. It's on its way. Oh, look at this. 75-yarder right through the centre. And St Kilda coming home like trains. That's the 3rd goal to Barry Lawrence.
Yes, and a very good goal too. There was no exaggeration in that distance. I didn't think he'd reach the end of the square with it. But he placed it nicely, Ted.
Has he made the difference to St Kilda on the forward line?
Oh, yes. He's played a very intelligent game. He's broken up there, the South Melbourne back line by his good leading. There's the punch now. Coming out to McAuliffe. McAuliffe in trouble, but gets the kick. It's up here towards full forward. Murray overran that ball. Down here to Skilton. Skilton and Lilly. Lilly gets the kick. Clears it out towards the flank, but Bryce is marked. His long shot at goal will find the end of the square or right across the top of the square, and a good mark to Ward.
There was a difference of experience with young Bryce then. Had all the room to steady and have a kick, but threw it straight to his boot.
Ward, who came on towards the end of the first quarter to replace the St Kilda star Darryl Griffiths, who went off with a facial injury, an accidental one. Here we are with our ground level camera, only on Channel 7 when you see that shot, and it's a beauty. It's on the wing position on the member stand side. Travis Pays battling with Gleeson of South. Pays comes out with the ball. A lovely pass.
Beautiful mark.
What about the pass?
Beautiful mark. It was a good pass.
Lawrence scraped it up off the ground. Lawrence now drives in. Here's the big fella, Dittrich. Jacobs of South Melbourne with him. Oh, down it comes here. Stephen Ray takes it, pops it through.
Oh, they're coming home hard now, St Kilda.
Stephen Ray has kicked 3, Butch.
Yes, well, he did. It was a perfect Rovers position there. Because if Dittrich didn't mark, it was going to come to the ground, and he raced through and popped it right through from the square.
18 minutes of the final quarter gone. There we see Alan Jeans leaning forward. He's right in the middle of that group. He just leant back again. On the other hand, Norm Smith with his hands together there, over his knees. Bounce of the ball again in the centre. It's Moran of St Kilda now. His kick is smothered a bit, however. Out it goes towards Stuart Trott. He could get a free kick out of this, but play on is called. The ball is kicked further downfield for South Melbourne. Oh, Murray almost pulled in a beauty. Here's Sudoltz of South, blazing away at the big ones. It's a goal. South won't give up. I'll give you the tip now.
Well, that was a nice piece of football by Sudoltz. There he is. That's his second goal. There's the score, 20 goals, 10. That's fantastic kicking by St Kilda to South Melbourne's 12-12.
19 minutes of the final quarter gone. Oh, what a game to watch, Butch. Isn't it beautiful
Oh, it's
stuff?
been a beauty. Honestly, there's been nothing in this game all day apart from this break that St Kilda got early in the last quarter.
And this is great to watch too, boy.
Oh, it's been good football. In they go. Fred Way, Minot over the top. A very solid ruckman. McAuliffe kicks out deep to the flank. Racing forward, Colling. And has he been a good player? Colling comes through very solidly. Murray backs him up and pushes the ball over the boundary line. In my opinion, Michael Colling is the best on the ground.
Played a fantastic game.
Ooh. Throw in. Way. Oh, they overran that a bit. There could have been a free kick paid. There's a hand pass by Bryce in towards Skilton. Skilton fiddling around with the ball, well shepherded. Still fiddling around, gives it back towards Bedford. Bedford comes round on the left foot, gives it back to Skilton. Skilton has a slam at goal. Racing for it was Hoffman, but couldn't quite get it, and it's over the line for throwing in South Melbourne's forward pocket.
Skilton just didn't connect properly with that ball. Throwing. McIntosh comes in there with Sudholtz. McIntosh gets a tap down. Baskin across to Sudholtz, but it's smothered over. There'll be a ball up. A ball up 20 yards out from the South Melbourne goal. Out towards the outer side. A bounce. McIntosh goes up. Sudholtz takes it, tries to crash his way through the pack. Another ball up or in the back?
Had to get the free kick.
In the back. Sudholtz is 20 yards out on a very slight angle. You can say directly in front. Bobby Skilton, number 14, giving instructions to him. Sudholtz comes up, kicking to the Richmond end goal. It's on its way. Another one to South. That's a third goal to Sudholtz.
Well, as you said, they won't give up, but St Kilda might. They've finished the stronger, as we anticipated.
Ted, it was a wonderful break, though, early in this last quarter, wasn't it? 3 and 4 minutes.
That's
well,
right.
A bit hard to toss.
Takes a bit of beating, particularly with the experience. Fellas like Smithy and Dittrich there, they can slow things down when they want to, and their forward line is now well open.
Well, South don't consider that the first semi-final is all over because they're still going in hard. Free kick going to Theodore of St Kilda. Theodore's kick. Oh, it's a nice drop kick too, out towards the flank on that outer side. No mark. Stephen Ray thought he had it. The punch away goes to the wing position on the outer side. Taken by Stuart Trott. Stuart Trott now of St Kilda. It's a high one, swinging in towards centre half forward. They fly high there. Down it comes here. Here's a go now. Stephen Ray gets it across to Breen. Breen looks at the big ones. He shoots and he pops it through. Great stuff. Oh, magnificent finish to what has been a magnificent game.
Yeah, that was great football by young Ray, and a beautiful piece of backing up by Barry Breen. Barry
Breen's been a very good performer.
Yes, he's played well. Centre half forward and also in the ruck. He's had a couple of runs on the ball.
2 goals.
21-10 to 13-12. St Kilda much more experienced in the crisis, and with that break they did get early in the last quarter, they've gone right on with the job.
Umpire Sleep bounces. Dittrich and Way. Way hits down over towards Trott. Trott tackled by McCullough. Trott breaks clear. He's had a big effect on that wing in the second half. Skilton gets flattened. Down onto the ground it comes. Pachura in there with Trott. Over the top of Trott, and Trott should get the free.
Right, too high.
Trott now is way out. He's on a half-forward line on the outer side of the ground, kicking towards the scoreboard end goal. There's his kick going into the centre of the field. Down it comes. There's a chance there for Wayne Walsh. He gets himself unloaded. Down to Breen. Breen breaks clear. A leftward shot at goal. Right across the base of it. Racing for it was Minot, but couldn't quite get it, and it's out on the full. Kick in to be taken by Jacobs.
Jacobs now takes his kick, coming out towards the half-back flank on the member stand side. The big men set themselves. The jolly man's of St Kilda reigns supreme. Ansey about to put the Saints back into attack. He takes his kick. Oh, it's a glorious kick right to the edge of the goal square. Minor from behind. Here's a go now for Stephen Ray. Stephen Ray is still going. He hooks it around, puts it through. That's his fourth.
They're really moving now. That was beautiful football by Stephen Ray. I think really too, Ted, that they've run the Swans off their legs a bit in this last quarter.
I think St Kilda are just settling down, taking things nice and easy now. They realise they've got this game well in their keeping. They're just taking things nice and easy.
Let's see what happens.
Comes down to Moran. Moran kicks the ball out to Trott. Trott on the centre wing, but out comes Pachura. Pachura gathers in the ball. Has a look down the open space and a long kick. Murray and Sudholt set themselves from behind. Murray flies. Out comes Lilly with the ball. He's pulled around the neck. No free kick. Our ball goes to Golling. Golling goes up the centre of the ground. McIntosh is there.
Oh, look back here.
Oh, she's
back
on
here
right.
out from the goals.
Umpire Sleeth hasn't seen Wayne Walsh comes out with the ball. Sleeth is still not on it. Wayne Walsh goes for a big kick, and Sleeth is still yet to blow the whistle. The ball kicked in the South Melbourne full forward square. Out comes Murphy with the ball. Murphy picks up. Oh, look at the players here. St Kilda players.
Back in the forward pocket.
Golling has the ball.
In the forward pocket.
How can you
back
describe
here.
this? St Kilda still has the ball on there.
Oh,
Stewie Trott, but umpires lead has held that play. It's about time, too.
Oh, I felt sorry for our cameraman and our director, Al Potter. There were 4 different things going on.
There's a bit of evening up going on there. Sudolph was the sufferer, I can assure you of that, very early.
Tell you what, Butch, Race Leith, what's that incident going on there? Let play go on.
Oh, don't start that.
I'm not Bravis, but it should have been held up.
There's the kick by Trott up towards the half-forward flank this time. In they go. Way hits down. Taken away nicely and kicked in towards centre half-forward. And there was a nice bit of incident for you. Colling, who was mixed up in that too, takes a nice mark. There's his kick going out towards the centre of the ground. Players in there. It's all Patura. And he's struggling on his own at this stage. Over to Lambert. Lambert well up the field. He's kicking from practically the centre of the ground. His kick going in towards Sudolph. Sudolph tries for the one-hander down to Murphy. He gets the kick smothered off his flute. Bob Murray and Colling. Taken away by Baskin. Baskin, Sloan. And he'll get the free.
Big bad Cowboy strikes again. Baskin now comes along. Oh, he kicks in the man on the mark, who was Basenko, and he takes it over the line. Oh, this is incident packed. Tremendous stuff to watch, and you're watching it through Channel 7, of course, here in Melbourne. That's where you get the best football action. Up they go. Way knocks the ball down here. Skilton overruns it. Oh, Colin cut on then.
I think this has come out about more from tiredness than anything.
That's right. Bob Pascoe has come on for St Kilda. I think Minot's gone off. Minot off, Bob Pascoe on. Oh, Stuart Trott now could get a free kick out of this. He's on the half-back flank on the outer side.
Yes, a very sound performance by Brian Minot. There's the kick by Trott into the centre of the ground, and Moran takes the easiest of marks. And Kilda just playing out time now.
27 minutes of the final quarter gone. Moran gets the ball up towards centre half forward. Barry Lawrence, a long hand pass by Lawrence over towards Travis Pays. Couldn't quite get the bounce of the ball, but eventually picks it up. He's unloaded. Oh, hit the post.
It's
Hit
a bad
the post.
try.
Great try. Well worth watching this. St Kilda 22-11 to South Melbourne 13-12.
Remarkable kicking goal. In they go. McAuliffe hits down. A chance here for Trott again. Puffs his cheeks out and straightens up and passes. And his man, but he couldn't hold it. Lawrence stopped it and picked up by Rantel. Out towards that flank again. Big Fred Way couldn't get it. Pascoe, who came on. Bob Pascoe, that is. Gets a left foot short pass into the pocket. That's marked again by Ray, is it?
Yes, little Ray.
Stephen Ray. Good performer. His kick in the danger area, right on the end of the square. Barry Lawrence in there, fiddling with it. Hand passes nicely over the back. It's all St Albans here. Bedford, hand passes to Lambert. Lambert's kick from the half-back line out to the centre wing. Ward and Murphy. Murphy slips over. Ward chasing it solidly. Murphy got it. Hand passes, or tried to hand pass, I should say. Manzi tackling solidly. Chance again. And Neil tackles with 3 centres, holding the ball. Big Cowboy Neil to take this free kick.
He tackles like a runaway buffalo, Big Cowboy, doesn't he? Tell you what, if he ran at me, I'd break even time. Neil now, it's off the side of his boot a bit. It's on the half-forward flank on the member stand side. Over the line she goes.
Tell you what, there's one tired boy out there, I can tell you now, Bobby Skilton. There he is. He's down in front of the pack.
Great effort, South Melbourne getting this far, and they've given us plenty of entertainment on the MCG today in the first semi-final. A hand pass, here he is, the great little champion, Bobby Skilton, who kicks down to the half-forward flank. A mark to Hoffman. Hoffman of South Melbourne. He breaks clear, got plenty of pace, this kid. Kicks down further afield. The ball is knocked there by Bob Murray. Just couldn't get his hands to it. Oh!
Sudolph must get the kick.
Sudolph has kicked 3 goals. He's on a very acute angle here.
Oh, this would need to be a mighty kick. It's 29.5 minutes of the final quarter gone. This is swinging around. It's across the face of goals and a mark taken by Neil. Cowboy Neal, who's played a magnificent second half, Butch Gale.
Yeah, his first half was very poor, but he's certainly been a real thorn in the side of South Melbourne in this second half.
Up they go, no mark. A chance here for Wayne Walsh. He eventually gets his boot with a great effort. Into the forward pocket. Collins is there. The siren goes. And St Kilda march on in their quest for the 1970 Premiership flag. And South Melbourne, congratulations to them for giving us a great afternoon's football here. The final scoreboard at the MCG reading. St Kilda 22-11, 143. Defeating South Melbourne 13-12-90. Well, here at the MCG, it's all over. Mothballs for South Melbourne, but full credit to them. St Kilda 22-11, 143. South Melbourne 13-12-90. It was in the early stages of the final quarter when we found St Kilda whacking on 3 quick goals, 3 goals actually within 2.5 minutes, just in the early part of that quarter, to really unsettle the South Melbourne players. And comment from Ted Whitten, a great effort.
Well, I don't think the South Melbourne supporters that are listening, Mike, should be too disappointed with their performance this year. They've had a wonderful season, and for 3 quarters today, well, for the full 4 quarters, they tried desperately to get themselves back in the game. But for 3 quarters, they gave the 100-odd thousand people here, I would say, tremendous entertainment. They showed some glimpses of brilliant football, good team backing up, and Norm Smith certainly must be happy with the boys today. Bobby Skilton tried valiantly all day, but it was St Kilda's strength in the finish that overwhelmed South Melbourne. I felt that they finished the stronger side, St Kilda. They had a full forward in Barry Lawrence to kick to. Carl Dickinson in the forward pocket, kicking goals there whilst resting. And all round the ground, I felt they were stronger in all departments. Unfortunately for South, Fred Way wasn't at his top. Unfortunately, again, to Peter Bedford, the Brownlow medalist, didn't turn on one of his most spectacular days, but certainly he's had a lot on his mind. He's had a very busy week. But South Melbourne, full credit to them. They fought the game out right to the very finish. As St Kilda, they move on now into the preliminary final in 2 weeks' time, and the way they finish the game, they could be a threat to either Carlton or Collingwood in the grand final if they get that far.
Comment from Mr. Football Ted Whitten, who will be on Channel 7 right throughout the final series, and on Football Inquest tonight, Teddy Whitten here in Melbourne at 6:30. We'll be discussing umpire Ray Sleek. It should be very interesting. Alan Gale, let's hear a comment from you.
Well, Michael, looking at South Melbourne's last 3 performances, I felt really what cost them this game today. They had a big chance to win it, I felt, at half-time. But what has cost them it is the effort in actually getting into the fourth. They looked tired coming up towards that 3-quarter time. And as Teddy mentioned, that quick 3 goals that St Kilda slammed on certainly broke their hearts. They tried and battled, but there was no sparkle left in the finish, and there's no doubt in my mind that this has basically been the big difference in the games. There was some colossal performances.
Hell of a
on
lot
players.
of heart there, though.
Oh, tremendous amount of heart, Mike. You can't criticise that in any shape or form, but I felt collectively they were a very weary little team in the finish. Colling, I thought, broke their hearts, in particular in that brilliant 3rd quarter. And in fact, look, when you look at that scoreboard of the difference in the scores as such as it was, yet the game was entertaining for the whole of the 4 quarters, barring the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it had something all day, Butch.
It really had something. It showed a tremendous amount of skilled players out on the ground, playing in what I would consider to be fairly difficult conditions with that swirly wind. St Kilda ran away with it in the finish, but to me it was only really their last 10 minutes.
Would you two fellas agree with me? The second quarter was tremendous.